It's good to see you. We were just talking about what it means when we're overwhelmed. And we're often overwhelmed with technology. We're overwhelmed with too many things coming at us too fast, too much information too fast. And this hour is a time for us to settle down, trusting our own intuition, and we are very much in the grips of a society that's fear-based. And we see it with litigations. We see it with all the insurances that professionals now have to take out. We see it in schools with and how heavy the protection has to be in order to not be on the wrong side, or if you are on the wrong side, to have protection. And it's all fear-based, and it's not how it would have been in our old traditional communities, where it would be much more trust-based, and that brought problems with it. But this is bringing other problems, and it's recognizing the overwhelm that we feel in these systems where every doctor has to tick every box in case they do something wrong and Big Brother is watching. Compared to the old village doctor who was in the community, and he did it out of a sense of care, not fear. So we're going to be exploring that today in our bodies, how we feel overwhelmed, how we can feel fear. And we're going to do this countercultural way of being in a trusting community, trusting each other, trusting age concern, trusting love, and trusting our hearts to flow in a counter-revolutionary sort of a way. It's kind of subversive to so much of what we're taught these days. So let us come into this space, acknowledging this overwhelm, recognizing that we can feel very driven by fear of doing wrong, putting a foot wrong, Big Brother watching us on every camera, on every street corner, sending something back because it's not exactly what we ordered. There's so many ways in which our society has drifted towards this way of both entitlement and fear. And so coming into this space, allowing yourself to drop, bringing your hands to your heart center, recognizing that right at the center of the energy is the anahat, that heart center, where we store so much of both our joy and our fear. But actually joy is more fluid. Fear has a way of sticking, of becoming heavy in our hearts. Whereas joy, if we just imagine it for a moment as an energy, it flows through us. It comes like a beautiful bird song, and then it goes. We don't have to keep playing replay. Whereas if something gets stuck in trauma, the replay button is constantly being played over and over and over again. Breathing now into these energies of both fear and joy. Allowing your breath to come a bit deeper, softening down, because no good work can be done unless we're feeling safe. Allowing yourselves to feel safe in your own bodies, trusting that your bodies will uphold you and that you will uphold your body. Taking the responsibility away from that signature on a piece of paper towards the internal trust that we promise we will look after our bodies as we do the exercises and not hurt ourselves. Feeling that energy right at the center. And energy that's filled with love flows. And where our attention goes, that is where our energy flows. So when our attention comes just to dropping down, trusting, it flows. So we're going to do the Ong Namo, Gurudev Namo slightly differently. We're going to allow it to flow in, as we say, Ong Namo, and then we're going to pull our hands out, Gurudev Namo, let it flow out. And then bring it back and feeling the flow of energy as we chant the mantra. So let's just take a deep breath in and then out, releasing the whole breath. And in and out. And let's breathe in to begin. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, as we sort of move the energy through the heart and back again. Let's breathe in to begin. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Bring your hands back to the heart center, the dynamic energy flow that when it gets stuck, it causes a whole collection of pain which gets calloused. And then release the breath. Slowly calibrating ourselves through this whole set that we're going to do today to allowing us to release that which has got stuck right at the heart center. So we're going to begin with doing some what we call Sitali breath, which is calming breath. On Sitali breath, some people can curl their tongues like that. Others can't. They just do it like that. It's just a genetic thing. So we're going to have our hands over our heart centers, relaxed and calm, breathing in through the tongue and out through the nose. Long, deep breaths. And I'm going to be playing some quite calming, gentle music called the Prayer of Love, Light and Peace.
Peace in my surroundings,
Coming back into a sense of flow. We're going to continue now to work with the flowing energy of releasing and coming back. So we're going to do quite a bit of this as we do this class. So to begin with, seated comfortably, we're going to move from this position, as we did with Om Namo, opening up, flowing. So we're kind of working with the water element of the flowing river. So keeping that idea of the flow, breathing in as you open up at the heart center, pulling your shoulders back, opening your arms wide, fingertips, feel every part of the movement through the nervous system. And on the as you breathe out, bringing your hands back to the heart, as if we're teasing apart cotton wool or fabric, something that's got a bit matted, and slowly, tenderly bringing it back, allowing your body to release some of these points of great tension, of balls that get stuck right at the heart center, bringing that movement to represent the river. Feeling your shoulders opening as if you're lying on the top of the river, and then bringing your hands back, a bit like mimicking breaststroke. Opening up. When the heart opens, love flows. When our attention is not on fear, but on joy or love, we find our heart opening up in each moment. And then it comes back, but it doesn't clamp up like a clam. It softly flows, allowing the river of your life to flow through your whole nervous system, feeling it right through to your fingertips. We're working here the vagus nerve, which is very much around the heart center. And keep going, opening up like maybe an enemy in the water, softly floating. Holding a countercultural position of challenging fear. Even in war context, when someone arrives that holds love rather than fear, we feel it. We know it when we meet a bus conductor who is just filled with an invitation of care, compared with someone who's closed or irritable that day, opening and gently floating on that river. Stay with the whole movement of opening and gently closing until your whole body starts moving. Now move your back, your spine into the movement, keeping the breath going. You find you're now doing a spinal flex, moving, rocking the lower spine backwards and forwards. Trusting the deep wisdom of the rivers that have flowed from the very beginning, water and light. The heart center is filled with water, the flow of water and light. Without this, we cannot exist. Now bringing your hands just down onto your knees. Release more tension with rolling the shoulders. Notice where the tension is, where some of these knots and tangles are, right in the neck and the shoulders. Dropping down into the river, trusting that you are on your journey, you're on your river. We do sometimes get knocked by rocks. We find our way around them. Get frightened by rapids. Scared by diagnoses that diagnose us as less than well. Change directions now of the shoulders, releasing this tension. And as you go on this river, floating, notice there are others too on this river of life. They too are journeying on, sometimes bruised, sometimes panicked. Just allowing yourself to drop now, drop your shoulders down, sink down into the weight of your body that's being held by the water. And start to move the neck round in big circles. Notice the muscles that are being used to coordinate it with your breath. Trusting that these tangles can be released one by one. They're often what we call in yoga the sanskaras. They're the impressions that get stuck, often around fear, changing direction, dropping down, recognizing, caring. This isn't bad, it's just how it is. Taking ownership of these, because sometimes what we do is they become like cannonballs that are too heavy to bear, and then we project them out. We throw them at others as if it's their fault. Just releasing the knots and the tangles. Coming back to the center. Fingers, hands in Gyan Mudra, and just notice what's happening to your body. Now, as we can feel a bit off center when we're thrown by these winds and the waves, the currents, we're just going to center ourselves right here in the belly. This very kind of the fulcrum, the center of the spokes that go round on the wheels of life. And we're going to pump the belly using a breath of fire. Keep your shoulders dropped, just feeling into the belly point. It's not a heavy, big breath. It's an equal breath, but your focus is on the out breath, not the in. So it's like you're blowing your nose. And as you do this breath, feel that center, the strength of that center, the solar plexus, which gives us the power we need to operate in this world. Take a breath in. Pull the root lock, tightening the bottom muscles, drawing gently the energy up through this powerhouse of red fire in the belly, but at the same time bringing down that first breath we did, the Sitali, down to the heart, where the heat and the cool water mix. And release. And spend a moment just holding the energies of pulling down from the Sitali breath and up from the heat of the earth, and letting them balance themselves out at the heart center. Continuing now with the flowing energy, we're going to have one hand on the floor for stability, and the other hand is going to sweep up over our head, stretching up on the in-breath and out on the out-breath over our head. Hold it there. Your elbow might be a bit bent down, feeling the stretch and the arc over your head protecting you, and breathing in to the top and out, back down. And just continue alternating sides, breathing in to the top, feeling the stretch, the polarity between heaven and earth, and then bringing it gently over your head as you stretch on the out breath. Staying there for as long as you can hold your breath out, feeling the stretch, and when you can't, just bring it back up again. And just continue this movement, observing yourself, becoming your own observer on what's happening in your body as you work with your breath and the movement. Stay in your body, listening to the music. Humee Hum Brahm Hum. All is well. lightness of your body as it stretches and takes up its rightful space on earth. Make this your last one. Come down. Both hands touching on the ground. Now breathing in, bringing both hands up, encircling ourselves. Bring your hands up into prayer at the top, turning our hands round at the top to stretch back out on both sides, touching the earth. And imagining this circle completed under the earth. It's reflected down. Breathing in and then out. Staying with the circular energy of circles intertwined. Where there's fragmentation, pain, it gets isolated. That's the nature of pain. Goes often to shame. Becomes tightly held secrets. But when we are connected in these great circles that go beneath the earth, we're both witnessed and connected to others who help to release the parts of us that get stuck. Feeling into the connectedness now of all things. Last one. Keep touching down to the earth. Take a few long, deep breaths. Connecting back down to Mother Earth. She's seen it all. The rivers running with blood. The tsunamis. The devastations. And still, the darkness cannot extinguish the light. Now coming into sitting with our legs out. Shake your legs out if you're on the floor, allowing the sciatic nervous system to come right up. It comes right up the spine and back down again, just stroking yourself, allowing your whole body now to support the heart center. Shaking your legs out a bit, bringing them a bit wide. And we're going to start with our fingers interlaced above, twisting to the left, bending down from the second vertebra down to the left side. Hold it there. Just breathing for a couple of breaths, noticing the shape you're in, the triangles that you're creating. And bringing it back up. Breathe, taking a breath in, twisting your spine to the other side and coming down. Dropping your shoulders and notice. And I'll continue playing Humee Hum Brahm Hum. And keep going with this movement. In and then out and taking a few breaths. Twisting the body down. Notice where there's tension. Release it to the river. Connecting both to that second chakra where we're bending from and the heart. that stores all this energy. Now moving both hands to each foot, hold up these other triangles. You'll sense lots of triangles happening, places of stabilizing ourselves in a very unstable, what appears to be a very unstable world. Holding, dropping your shoulders, straightening your back as much as you can, chin tucked in. And feeling into the shape of a pyramid now, so you can nearly close off to make it 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional. Imagining the base of the pyramid stable and strong with number 4. Coming right up to the head, the crown, which is the point of the pyramid, coming up. Long, deep breaths. Pulling your toes back, your feet back, so they're flexed. Rising up as much as you can to perfect the posture. Releasing into and surrendering into the posture. You're feeling your back straightening, your legs straightening, your chin dropped, your face soft. And release the posture. Roll the feet. Release them. Twinkle the toes. Okay, we're going to go, if you're on the floor, you can come into a cat and a cow. And if you're sitting on a chair, you're going to do some spinal flexes. So you're going to feel the power of 4, which is stability. If you're on the floor, coming into cow and holding it there. Long, deep breaths, feeling the tension along the neck, dropping the belly down. So you're going to about 3 breaths like that. And then coming up, releasing it into angry cat. I want you to do it really slowly. The heart is in no hurry. It flows in a timeless way. So we're not in a hurry doing this. And if you're seated, you're going to do it sitting with your head back. Few breaths in cow. And then slumping down into a cat. Just continue with this movement. We're getting the support of all our organs here. to support the heart center in the work it does, the immense work of allowing the river to flow, releasing the cannonballs that get stuck, releasing them back to be purified by the sea, letting go of some of the old pains, scars, feeling it in right up through the energy points in the spine. Now you can quicken the pace slightly. So you're just doing one breath in into cow, one breath out into cat. Keeping the observing mind going, observing from a space that's not too close up to any pain, but can observe it being supported, linked, and calmed by other parts of us that can support it. Now, if you are on the floor, come down into Guru Pranam. Arms stretched out in front, knees slightly wide, head on the ground. If you're seated on a chair, just allow yourself to hold yourself with Gyan Mudra, dropping your shoulders, being supported, feeling the weight being held by the earth. Allowing things to just be released and to flow back to where the earth can deal with it, or the ocean, or the river. And coming back up into seated posture. Sometimes we think of the heart as something just filled with softness and gentleness. The heart also holds a lot of sadness and anger, because when pain manifests itself often in anger or in defense. So you look at an animal and it shows it very dramatically. And so we're going to hold our hands and just allow from the heart center to release some of the anger. So make big fists and punch. So you're breathing out as you punch out, breathing in as you bring your elbows back to your rib cage. Anger is not wrong. Violence is. But to show our anger sometimes is really important without it becoming violent. Allow it to come right from the center, from both the solar plexus and the heart, feeling the anger. We can feel collective anger with injustice, with prejudice, with sheer unfairness. You make each punch count. It's all around untangling, releasing the energies that get stuck. Could be that we were told as children, little boys don't cry, little girls just suck it up. Whatever it is, punch it out. Nothing wrong with emotions. What's wrong is when they turn into violence against another or against ourselves. Or when they get so stuck that we become cut off from them. And then we put on plastic smile. And now release the energy. Let it flow through the nose, softening down. And be aware of what's happening in your body as you release emotions, untangle the knots, and let the river flow. Begin to gently move your body if you want to in a Sufi grind. Just integrate the energies we're working with. Moving in big circles from left to right. Noticing where you're in your spine, you need release. Softening down into that circular motion of releasing and moving, waking up so much more of who we are as infinite beings of light. And changing direction. Coming back into the center. Spend the last few minutes singing that mantra, Humee Hum Brahm Hum. So it's like Brahman, the God, the creator God, Brahm. Hum is such a primal sound that vibrates through our lips, our whole bodies, bringing the sound current into the energy field. And as we do it, we're going to hold our hands in a triangle with our thumbs touching, right down into the earth, being grounded down like a diamond, strong, firm, reflecting the light. And I'll play the music, Humee Hum Brahm Hum. Eyes looking up to the brow point, everything soft, floating on the river. Bringing our hands back to the heart. The infinite sounds of that vibration, Humee Hum Brahm Hum. Endless cycles, endless form, endless actions, endless light. Beyond the thoughts of our minds, beyond the conceptions of our hearts. Beyond all is love, connectedness, presence. So let's tune out with 3 satnams. Let's breathe in to begin. Sa nam. Sa nam. Sa nam. Satnam. May we remember the heart center.